Okay, so I don't even know where to start on this experience. The 360 experience was, in some ways, the exact way I expected it to be, and in some ways, very, very different from what I thought it was going to be like. For example, I knew that it was going to be cold and we were going to be outside and it was going to be hard, but I didn't understand just how hard it was going to be. Okay, so we were split up into groups, and my group had 4 people in it: Kennedy, Thomas, and Chris, and then we had our support staff, which was 2 people in a car that would be near us in case of an emergency, and we had 1 adult that was with us at all times to make sure everybody was safe. By the end of the night, we all actually got pretty close to each other. I guess it was all going through the experience together and seeing the things around us and really connecting and bonding over what we were experiencing and going through together. At one point, we were in Markham and we realized that the last bus back to Richmond Hill was at 12:30 a.m. and it was 12:20. We realized that if we missed that last bus back to Richmond Hill, we were walking all the way from Markham to Richmond Hill, which is around a 2-hour walk. And may I remind you, this is midnight. It's midnight, so we are already tired and drank. And at that point, we'd actually already been walking for about an hour and a half around, just to try and get to the next place we were supposed to go. And then when we finally did get on the bus and we made it back to Richmond Hill Terminal, at one point we were sitting in the terminal trying to catch up on a little bit of rest on the benches, sleeping there under the amazing heat lamps. I cannot even describe to you how amazing it felt to be under these heat lamps after spending hours out in the cold. It was amazing. And we kind of noticed that the Vivo police guy was driving around us in circles a few times, wondering what was going on. I guess getting ready to kick us out of the bus terminal, I guess. So that was kind of scary, that feeling of like, oh no, somebody's gonna come in here and take away. I just found a safe, warm place to sleep for a little bit, and somebody's about to come in and send me back out into the cold. And then after that, around 3 in the morning, we were given sleeping bags and tarps and told to go sleep out on a basketball court. My feet were soaking wet at this point. I was freezing, and I went inside to use the hand dryer inside the women's bathroom to dry off my socks a little bit. I remember when I walked back out to the basketball court where the sleeping bags were, I looked at my sleeping bag and I was like, oh, what's going on here? Because my sleeping bag looked a little bit weird. So I touched it, and there was a thick layer of ice just coating my sleeping bag from the freezing rain. Part of me at that moment was like, I cannot get back to my sleeping bag. I might have the choice in that moment to give up, call my parents, go home and sleep in my bed, but these kids don't have that choice. And if I'm gonna get the true experience that I'm meant to get out of doing this thing, I need to get back into that sleeping bag and try and go to sleep, just like how a homeless teenager would. So I got back into the sleeping bag, I tried to go to sleep, I got about 20 minutes of sleep before we were able to come inside and get some hot chocolate and some breakfast because the experience was over. Just having this experience for one night gave me so much more insight into what they're dealing with, the things that they're struggling with. Just going out every night looking for just somewhere to eat, somewhere to feel safe and secure is eye-opening. For me personally, the most eye-opening part of the experience was when we realized that if we did not get on that bus, that last bus back to Richmond Hill, that we were going to walk to Richmond Hill. These kids don't have the opportunity to call an Uber, call a taxi, or have somebody pick them up and drive them. They have to do anything they can to make it back to that place where there might be food, some security, some form of safety for them. Completing this experience just encouraged me even more to want to help these teenagers. So please, check out the link in the description and help donate to 360 Kids. Thank you so much for watching.
It is now the morning after the 360 Kids experience, and I went to school a little bit late, but I went to school, and it was definitely a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I was really tired. That's one thing that I really understand now, is I was really, really tired the whole time. It was a really great experience. Definitely would recommend it to people. Definitely think it's something that everyone should do.